welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Dragoon, guys. I am the head of the first knighthood, Lavitz. I am back from the field. Oh, Lavitz, I was feeling uneasy because I heard you were missing. Oh, please, make yourself comfortable, everyone. Now, this is probably the coolest king you'll ever see. Your Majesty, it is more than I deserve. Because all he wants to do is be friends. Ha ha ha, it was true. His Majesty was so dismayed that he couldn't see to his affairs of state. Oh, Noish, please don't tease me. Lavitz is a friend from my childhood, as well as a master of martial arts. Anyway, where have you been? After my first knighthood was wiped out, I was captured by Sandora and held against my will in Helena prison. What? In Helena? However, thanks to the act of this young man, I managed to break out. Let me introduce these people to you, Dart and Shauna. They are from Seals. I thank you for saving Lavitz. I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. In gratitude for this, tell me if you need anything. I have a favor to ask. Is it possible to take care of Shauna in this castle? What? It seems Imperial Sandora attacked Seals to take Shauna away. So they could go after Shauna any time. And when I think of it, is that the reason you brought me here? Shauna. I can walk next to Dart. I have been working towards that. There's nothing we can do about the time we were apart, but I want to be with you forever. Oh. Unfortunately, you cannot leave her here. Imperial Sandora obtained a force called the Dragon and went on the offensive. We are holding the battle line in Hoax, but if the Dragon can fly at low altitudes and directly attack the castle, we cannot defend it even with the high ramparts. There is no place safe in Serdio now. Besides, you do know how she feels about you, don't you? Shauna, it may be even more dangerous from now on. I don't mind as long as I can be with you, Dart. Well, I take back the request. But one more thing. I would like to ask a question to Minister Noish. Ask me anything, son. My head is filled with all the legends and the history of the continent of Endiness. That's the continent, Endiness. Kind of ironic. I was on a journey to pursue the Black Monster. The Black Monster. The monster that attacked me 18 years ago. The only thing I know is that he deprived me of my parents and my hometown. You were a victim of the devil. I want to hear everything. Please tell me about it. There is hardly any information left. Everything that was related to him was reduced to ashes. The only thing I know is the Black Monster is called the Devil that disobeyed the Great Existence, and is also known for devouring the God. Devouring the God? Yes, and surprisingly, it shows up in history beginning 11,000 years ago. 11,000 years ago is the time the Dragon campaign ended. You're exactly right, Your Majesty. Instead, I will tell you the story of the Dragon campaign.
As if they were gods, Winglies ruled over all living creatures and used them as slaves. The enslaved suffered a terrible domination and injustice. Their anger turned to a flame of fury. Then a gust of wind blew throughout the lands, spreading the flame to a blazing fire. The wind was Emperor Diaz. 7 incarnations of dragons served the Emperor. Their bravery inspired people to take up arms. Thus began the Dragon campaign. It was a harsh war. Both people and Winglies suffered countless injuries and fatalities. After a long period of suffering, it was the humans who acquired the future. The age of humans had begun.
And that's the little story about the Dragon campaign. That was actually good voice acting. For that one part. But like I said, don't be fooled. Don't do it. Don't be lured in. The Black Monster appeared after the Dragon campaign. Excuse me, sir. It is time for the war meeting. I see. Tell them we will come soon. Dart, Shauna, this war will be a particularly harsh one for those who no longer have a home to return to. The castle is very quiet now. I think it is the best place for you to think about your future. But this is our first time in a castle. Well, there is a place with a great view next to this room. Go enjoy yourself. The view from the castle? I see. Please excuse me. She is so hasty. Please, excuse me too. Alright, now Lavitz is going in the meeting. By the way, did you notice that man in the background? Looks awfully familiar, doesn't he? Yes. Anyways. From here, we can see all of Basel. Might we even be able to see Seals? Seals is over the mountain. Besides, we cannot see it anyway because we are so far. I hope everybody is safe. I'm sure they're okay. Yes, they are. According to the brief of my aide, most of the people in the village are safe. Really? I am relieved to hear that. But it will take time to rebuild the village. Still, good. I can meet everybody again. But we have bad news. Sandora is readying itself to attack us. They are planning to use the dragon for the offensive on Hoax. A dragon? If they release that monster in the battle, it will be total genocide. Our role as the knighthood is to stop it. I'm heading to Hoax now. Maintaining the battle line will determine the future of Basel. I have lived only for myself. I believed it was something I had to complete by myself, even if I had to leave Shauna and the people of the village behind. But when I came back, look at this. I almost lost my hometown again. Lavitz, I'm going to Hoax with you. I don't want to see any more senseless bloodshed. What about the Black Monster? We have to end the war first. Once Dart makes up his mind, he never changes it. Of course, I am going too. I cannot stand the war either. I can fight too. You guys. Everything is determined and now we have to prepare. Then let's go to Bale now. There are item shops, weapon shops, and my home. Please meet my mother. She will be happy, because she hasn't had a guest for a while. I like this music. It's nice. Anyways, moving on. We have no time to waste. I also notice I'm like 1 or 2 episodes ahead of every other Let's Play of this game. That just means I'm a speedy demon. I get things done and I get things done right. But anyways, enough about that. We move on inward to Bale and we go to Lavitz's house. Where we achieve more downtime before the next area. Of course you notice that in every RPG. You do a lot of fighting, then there's a lot of downtime. Where you do narration and whatnot, then you fight again, and there's downtime, and so on and so forth. But it's a good pattern. Sometimes one or the other doesn't last long enough though. And this is Lavitz's house. Mom, I'm home. Oh, Lavitz, it's Lavitz. I was worried because I didn't hear from you for a long time. Sandora's resistance was tougher than I thought, but don't worry, we defeated them. Excuse me. Your late father would be proud to hear that. Lavitz, what about Helena? Don't mention that to her. Sorry, but I don't want her to be worried. I don't know what he's talking about. Well, fine. I'm already happy just having you come home, but... You brought a bride with you, my big baby. Mom, she is not. Oh, don't be shy. What's your name? Shauna. Shauna, my son is just a little awkward and stubborn, but he is very sweet-natured. He is not. Good luck, Shauna. Do you mean it for real? Dart, don't be so silly. Mom, Dart is Shauna's Dart sweetheart. What? Oh, please excuse me, but if you don't make that clear, it hurts her. I will say so from now on. Does it mean I am your girlfriend? I said it because otherwise Lavitz will be in trouble. Lavitz, please find somebody like her so I can hold my grandchild in my arms. You are not a child anymore. Yeah, I know. And you'll stay here today, honey? Well, I was commanded to defend Hoax, so I have to leave as soon as... And that does it for this episode.